Hey traders, second video today looking at the trade desk, the reported earnings after hours, and the stock is soaring. So the options did not hint towards an upside move, but there it is happening. So these comments are just general comments about the charts, whether to chase the move or not. First of all, I don't like chasing. So my instinct is to say, no, I'm not going to buy it up a million percent. But first, fundamentally, the P&L looks pretty good. They have increasing sales, so the revenue growth is there, and they're even profitable. So let's see, to look at the overview to see if they're bleeding cash. They're definitely not bleeding cash. As far as expensive, and I put that in quotations because it's all relative, 20 times sales is not that expensive. It's not outrageous, but it's definitely not cheap. To give you points of context, Apple is in the single digits, probably around 8. Last time I checked, Amazon was about 3, maybe even under 3 times sales. So basically, if you buy the shares today, what that number means is that you're giving it credit for 20 years worth of sales. Now, it's not a problem if they continue to grow that way, because then they can normalize that. Zoom at its height, when it was, quote, expensive, and I was losing my mind how it was rallying, it was 125, and now it's, I believe, single digits too. But anyway, it's pretty low. So what happened here? This rally was insanely stupid, and that's why the small caps collapsed. I keep saying it jokingly, but I mean it. Small caps, they were acting like crap, so I call them the small caps. The companies weren't crap, the price action was, because it was crap on the way out, and it took a year to work it out, basically, almost. So for months and months and months, the bears are in charge. You look at it, every rally was sold to a degree at some point. So how does a bottom form? The bottom form it should be a U bottom. So it's a process. These V recoveries are garbage. So this is not a V recovery. What happened? First step is to stop making lower lows, which it did for quite a bit of time, 1, 2, 3. And then lower highs are fine, as long as you don't you don't worsen your condition. So you say to the bears, okay, you can continue beating me up on the top, but I'm going to make a stance. And they did. And then you place higher lows, and they did. And then the earnings came out. So this is pre-earnings. It's a daily chart, so it's not showing me the aftermarket hours. I'm going to zoom in. First, I'm going to show you my lines that I have on there to try to talk to you about them. Bears in charge. That was my comment, right? The bulls were trying to change that. Rallies were sold. See those blue arrows? To a degree. The downside scenario here was a measured move from losing this neckline, and then smaller measured moves that got us to here. Had they lost this one, the measured move would have been 225 or lower. They didn't do it. I said stop out if it loses 39. They didn't. That was the big letters. So I'm pretty sure I traded it for the group. I can't remember what we did. And then we've been watching this. This was my guess of the price action, and they lived up to it almost perfectly. So I wanted to see the bull round fade, come back, and break out. And guess what? I believe they're inside the box right now. So this orange thing brought the targeted move, the measured move up there. So I said vulnerable, but then buy the dip, but it didn't dip. So maybe the 2 hours will show us. Yes. So this is the same chart, only 2-hour candle, not one. So it's showing me overnight action. And this is what happened overnight. First they dipped way up to the moon. They didn't dip during regular hours, so I didn't have the chance to buy it. I'm not long. I'm not short. I wouldn't short it, but I definitely would not get long here. The easy work has been done. This range is important. So the next levels to watch is the next box to watch is basically this one. What did I say here? Resistance, and that was the target also. So it could have more to go. But me buying it up here is opening myself up for some potential disappointments. So use your judgment. I'm not recommending buy or sell. I'm telling you what I would do with it. This is one to say, oh, darn it, I missed it. I'll catch it next time. And guess what? There will be a next time. Did you see Upstart? There will definitely be a next time. So the bottom was proper. That is a proper bottom. It took months to develop. They did it the right way. The rally should have legs. So what do I look for next? Remember how we said they're descending channel, the bear's in charge? So now the bulls want to get in charge. They're not yet. So what happens? If it dips, I bet they will find buyers and it rallies back. And then it dips and it rallies back. And before you know it, they'd be building an ascending channel, kind of like that hideous descending channel on dips. So dip bought, and so forth. So you want to look for this behavior of buying dips rather than selling rips or going sideways, fighting over who's in control. This is a classic chart. I mean, you can give a class on that one. Oh, did we talk fundamentals? Yeah, I believe we did.